And then just real quick, FSLY is something I'm gonna be looking at this week, because it has an inside week, as you can see right here. It looks like it wants to, it went, it broke the bottom of this candle. So um it may be trying to come back up and become an outside, get outside of this candle right here. And so that's what I'm ultimately looking for. But right now, the broad information would be basically like this. And then it was kind of like sideways. So it really hasn't created the top. I mean, you could try to draw one right here, but not really. I would more so say probably like, oh, this one kind of hard. Maybe like that right there or something like that. But ultimately it got to come back up and actually create the new top of the broad information. It's been dropping, so we'll see if it's gonna go back up. But if it breaks above, you know how it go. Um, if it breaks above it, let me switch. No, entry. Oops, wrong one. Entry's gonna be boom. You know the routine. No bias. Entry, puts, WK, boom. Entry. No, we don't mark calls. And then if we go down to the lower time frame, as you can see, it has a gap that it actually needs to fill. Um, so I would say sometimes all they want to do is fill the gap. So sometimes it's just like just mark the top of the gap as the price fill. And then if it goes higher than that, then you can come back and look for something, look for the other price targets. PT, PT, gap fill. Boom. Matter of fact, change that to green. I ain't really gonna worry about marking price targets for puts, but it'd be the bottom of the candle for puts, because that's where people place their obvious stops for calls and stuff. I mean, yeah, when they're long, the obvious pivots where people put their stop losses at the bottom of candles. When people are short because they're expecting the price to go down, the the stop loss is at the top of it. Why is it significant? Because what happens is once you hit somebody's stop loss, let's say because we're I'm kind of a little bit more bullish with this. If it goes to the upside, right, and it hits this stop loss, somebody's stop loss right here. Now I'm already a buyer. I'm already in the market. Now the people who are short right there, who stop losses right there, they have to cover their position. So now they become buyers, which pushes the price up quicker, which is why we have stuff like the pivot machine gun where you got like it's 5 or more candles that haven't created a a lower low or a higher. Is it a lower low or a higher high? Yeah, a lower low or a higher high, and basically you will mark those pivots, and then it blows through there and it creates a pivot machine gun because a bunch of people stops is going off, and that's sometimes why you see prices shoot up crazy and stuff like that. All right, so that's FSLY. Because this video kind of get long, I want to make it short. Um, Going on a trip, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this video out to y'all real quick. Um, BA has this price gap. That's the only thing throwing me off about it. I don't them gaps. You never know when they're gonna try and fill them. They might wait 2 weeks before they come back and try and fill it. Um, but it had an inside week. All right, so like I said, no bias. Whichever way it break, it looked like it's closer to breaking to the top, and then if it breaks to the top, boom, 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 boom. Like, let me go ahead and just mark it. Boom, boom. I'm just gonna mark. Let me do this one. Uh, bro, you see me clicking? Quit playing with me. anyways, so that's the fourth. I don't want to mark too many price targets because you start thinking, oh, it's gonna get there, and it don't get there, and you don't take profit where you should have took profit at because you like, man, it's gonna get back up there. It's gonna get, man. That's my fourth price target. It gotta hit the fourth price target because I marked it. It ain't going there, homie. So yeah, you don't want to cloud your mind by putting too many price targets because if it reverse, you like it's gonna keep going. It's just a little reverse. Reverse. You're gonna be sick if you was up a couple racks and now you ain't up nothing. You're gonna be punching air. You're gonna be punching air. Oh, snap! I messed that up. I'm gonna have to go back in here. Trying to be funny and stuff. This is actually the first. Man, I'm doing it wrong. First PT. Second PT. You know, still marking it wrong. I'm supposed to put like weekly. When a good thing goes fast, not the end of the world. Yeah, I know what Drake said. It's not the end of the world that you have one girl in. Anyways, so boom, that's BA. We'll see what it do. Like I said, it's closer up here to breaking to the top, but Monday it could go. You never know. That's why we ain't biased. I think FSLY because I'm that's one I'm liking. So like you see how it has a gap fill right here. So I'm gonna put y'all on a little game right here because I know this video has been long. And for the most part, it was a review. And as you can see, that's how, you know, the stock went. Like I said, I just played the price action. I do keep up with the news and stuff like that. Like I knew, Wednesday, that's why I gapped down. That's why I'm like, oh, I ain't finna, sell out my position or whatever and sell for a loss when I could have had, profit, right? So I keep up with that, but for the most part, I'm price action. So people be like, oh, this happened. This is why it's going up. I'm like, I don't really care why it's going up. It did a two down, two up reversal, or it did a 2-1-2. Like, I don't care. Or it did a 3. Like, I'm just focused on the price action because you can know the news, but do you know when to get in? Entries are important with options because the price you get filled at is so important. If the stock went up, but you got filled at $2, but somebody else got filled at 110, you know what I'm saying? And your contract ended up being worth $3. Who won? It's about really the entry and stuff like that. And that's why you go through the multiple time frames to see if you can find an early entry. And if you can find one, then you go ahead and hop in. Like if FSLY had like it does have technically an early entry right here, right? So FSLY has an early entry on the hour. Why? Because if it does a 2 down, 2 up reversal, because it's 2 down right now. If it goes 2 up, then that's a 2 down, 2 up reversal. So put right here early entry to 2D 2 up reverse 1 hour. So I don't forget because I'll be forgetting. Is that too long or something? I think it's the name too long. I didn't even have to see that. I was just like, man, that must be too long or something. Anyways, so the main price target, the first price target is 57.75, right? Let's go over the trade. I'm gonna put y'all on some game. This is in my course. So this is why y'all should get my course. It's gonna be in the description or whatever to show you how to use Thinkorswim because it's so important, bro. And Thinkorswim to me has everything. It's Walmart. Who don't like shopping at Walmart unless you don't have a Walmart? So, anyways, let me hurry up because this video probably like 30 minutes. All right, so let's say, look at the chart. weekly. Yeah, I'll get 2 or 3 week expiration. Let me see how much the contracts cost. Oh, this is kind of cheap. Oh, that's a nice tight bid. Oh yeah. What's the volume? 17,000 volume, 242 open interest. Most people open interest is 1,061 on the May 28th. Let's see what the June 204. Volume kind of not really there. Volume open interest kind of like meh. Let's see. See, here we go. The third Friday every month usually have the most volume and stuff like that, which is like I said, 18th, which is that's the quad witching, right? You see how much volume and open interest this got? This one got 7. Bro, this contract only 25 cents, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I got that contract only 25 cents. Bro, these contracts cheap. Man, I'm gonna have to get some of these. All right. Anyways, let me hurry up. All right. So let's say we wanted to, because the open and because it's cheap. We just like we're gonna hop in, this one that's like 3 weeks out. Why? Because I mean it got a ways to go to get out this bar. But if it gets out the bar and it gets up here, money, 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 money for 25 cents. Anyways, so let's just say we're gonna pick this contract, right? You right click on it, analyze, you right click, analyze. If you got Mac or something else, everything, this is what I need y'all to do. Critically think. All right, everything ain't gonna be one-on-one. Your TOS might look a little bit different. It's okay. Just figure it out. It's not really that hard. Just put some thinking into it. I know sometimes we want the exact replica. We want like mine. I want mine to look exactly like his. It's not gonna be like that all the time. I use Windows on a gaming PC. You might use Mac. You might use Linux. I don't know what you got. All right. But everything ain't gonna be the same button or whatever, but it's on there somewhere. All right. So single, let's say we think, well, I think it's gonna do this. Let's just say by Thursday, right? Let's just say it fill the gap by Thursday. Let's see what this contract would be worth. How would I do that? I figure out what Thursday's date would be, which is the 27th, right? And then on the contract, I'll come down here. I put the 27th. So basically, how it works is the left side is the price of the contract, and then the bottom is like what the price of the stock is or what it would be. All right. So if it goes up to 57, right? If it fills that gap, 57.5. And oh yeah, the blue line is what it would be worth at expiration. And the purple line is the date, and that's how you see right here. 5/27/6/19 is the expiration. So if it goes up to 57.5, right, it fills the gap, it would be worth 184. So that's like, I don't know, for that contract, 184 divided by $25. It's 700%. That's a good risk to reward ratio. If it does what we think it's going to do, and if it breaks above that entry right here for the calls, and it just fills the gap, 57.75, my bad. Let's just say it fills the gap by hold on, 57. Oh, did I say, what was I doing? I don't know. 57.75. So that's even more than 700%. Anyways, so if it fills that gap by Thursday, right, and you can play with the dates, you can say, what would it be on Friday if it fills the gap? All right, so if it fills it on Friday, but this is why TOS is so important. So now, instead of using option profit calculator and all that nonsense, and how you would do this is you would just move the decimal. So if that contract would be would be in profit $183, like it says right there, move the decimal over. So you would add. So if you move the decimal over, that'd be $1.83, plus 25. You know what I'm saying? Because you paid 25 cents for it. So that contract technically would be now 208. Yeah, 208. $2.08. All right, so 2.08. All right, so basically, if you really believed in it, you can be like, I think it's gonna be this price by Friday. Then you just set your limit order at, your limit to sell at $2.08, and then you just walk away. Especially, $25. You can just be like, man, if it do it, do it. If it don't, it don't, right? So it's like if you have $100 in your account, you can say, I think this might happen, right? And if you can turn $100, let's say you have 4 contracts, four times 183, $732. We'll see. But that's how I do my stuff. I go in there and be like, all right, this is the contract I may want. Boom. And so what contract was that I picked? I can't even remember. It was the 65. So really could do something a little bit closer, right? A little bit closer. Cause sometimes I'd be like, don't pick more than, 3 spaces from being in the money, but that's more so for like 2 week calls or, obviously day trading. But sometimes you can, go for it. Just depends. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like I feel like it's gonna get right here and it's gonna be a great risk to reward, and you like, I want it cheap, but then just go cheap or whatever. Especially the bid and ask is tight. It's 1 cent. The bid is 0.25. The ask is 0.26. It don't get no closer than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's close versus the 60. That's 11-cent gap. You know what I'm saying? So that's fairly tight. I mean, look at how much volume and open interest there is. So it's a lot of people that believe it's gonna get to 65. All they gotta do is get to, you know what I'm saying? You can obviously, play with it. You can be like, I might not do that till, let's say, Thursday of, the first week into June. So it's gonna take it 2 weeks to get to 57. Right. So 57 point to fill that gap. That's still 125. That's 5 times, 500%. That's how I do it. You want to know how I pick the contracts, how I analyze it. This is how I do it. F option profit calculator. Too much typing stuff in. Get think or swim. Get think or swim. All right. Like you said, you get tired of blah 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 blah. Come to think or swim. That's my Suge Knight impression. But that's the video. So FSLY, BA, HFC are like the new ones I'm looking at, but mostly I'm just leaning towards FSLY, probably BA, HFC. I'm kind of like meh on it, but for the most part, I'm still in crowd. I'm probably gonna look to enter CRM and DDOG, re-enter DDOG because I did actually catch DDOG. I caught that for I think 75%. What was that? Think I can't remember, but I hopped in one day. I hopped in like 10 minutes into the entry and it was going off, and I was just like hop in, and then I end up hopping out because I don't get greedy. I try not to, at least. But yeah, that's the video. Y'all let me know how y'all like it. And like I said, if you ain't on Think or Swim, what's wrong with you? Because look at everything that's on here. All right. All right. So hey everybody. All right. So what I'm doing is basically the video that I did previously. I'm gonna split them in half. All right. So this week I'm looking at FSLY, because you'll see it before you get to this part. FSLY, BA, HFC, I'm still meh on. All right. And then I'm still in crowd. All right. So I'm gonna stay in crowd unless it gets to, this point right here, where the contract be worth what I said it at. So I'm gonna be looking at crowd. So if it ends up going 2 up on the week, all right, if you're still in it, you can possibly be looking to add. This is the final price target from, previously before. All right. And you can try to get in an earlier entry before it goes to it. But basically mark the top of this candle, which will be, I'm kind of going to speed through this because the video going to kind of already be long. So when it breaks above 210.98, you can possibly be looking to get back in. And then, like I said, the final price target is like 227 because I'm looking for it to get up here. It may not, but also you can find some other price targets on the daily. All right. So this would be the next price target of 214, 221. Mark your pivots on your daily and just make sure your broad information looks like mine. I really could adjust this one to the bottom. Activate drawing. adjust it to right there. Boom. Didn't really snap to it, but oh well. All right. So that's what I'm gonna be looking at with CRWD, CRM. All right. So puts, if it breaks below 220, 222.29, be looking to that'd be the price target for the puts, 214.42. If it breaks above, the entry for the daily be 225, and then that's the price targets from before that you saw on the weekly. Oops, that was my week. So boom, still targeting that for the weekly price targets with CRM. If I was to get a contract, it probably would be like, let's see, trade CRM. I kind of already showed you before how to do it, but I'll be looking for something that basically will end up being in the money. I'll probably get an extra week out. If not, shoot for the June 18 contracts. Oh, open interest is 240 on the June contracts. That might be the one way to go. $274, 286. That's not bad. Or the more affordable 250 contract. Let's go back to the chart, because the highs right here. So the top of the broad information is 250. So may possibly be able to target that. Because this would be the next price target, and then this would be the last price target. So if we added 2 more levels to CRM, that's what we would be shooting for. Third PT. Kind of hurry up and work through this. I think I got one more to go over. Crowd DDOG was the other one. Fourth PT. So that's how you would look at it. Then, you would just take this, let's just say the more affordable for most people be this one, analyze it by single, send it over to the scan tab. And if it made it to, let's just say, June 4th, if it hits, drag this back. If it makes it to 250, that contract be worth $600. So that's a good risk to reward ratio. All right. Like I said, which you'll be watching this video in conjunction with the other one, because I'm gonna split them up. But like I said, the blue line's always the what it would be at expiration. The purple line's where you set it at right here. So if it hits 250, let's just say $600, without the 0.3, let's just say $249.99, be up $600 if it hit that, let's say Friday on June 4th, right? Not this upcoming Friday, next Friday. All right. And then charts, DDOG. Because I don't think I really too much care for MNST Monster. So you can get in. Let me see, edit. Let me click on this, settings. No, I keep saying apply. Okay. I don't know why I keep going back to that. So that's why it's not snapping to it. If you wanted to snap to, the top of the candles or whatnot, set it to OHLC and it'll snap to the top so you can get your price targets right. So the re-entry for DDOG would be when it goes 2 up and it breaks above 90.89, and then the final price target for right now would be 93.99, but could shoot for up here next as well. This could be the next price target, 96.35. So let me zoom out a little bit, and then boom, after that, these, and then up to the top of broad information. So for DDOG, you can possibly look at, because this would be the last one to look at. So my watch list is looking like DDOG, re-entry on DDOG. I'm still in crowd, CRM, re-entry on that, FSLY and BA. So 5 tickers, right? Because you don't want to overtrade. You want to have a condensed list of things that if they hit, they hit. And as you can see, DDOG hit last week, CRM hit, CRWD hit. That's what you want. All right. And remember, with the strat, you have turnaround Tuesday, right? Because Monday might do something, right? And so what we're always thinking is, what would the next two create, negate, or do? So Monday might go 2 down, as like y'all know, last Monday things dropped, and then Tuesday everything took off. CRM took off, DDOG took off, CRWD took off. All right. And I think MNST ended up taking off like Wednesday or something like that, or Thursday. All right. So remember that Tuesday can negate what Monday did. Monday has been like a sell-off here recently, but yeah, so Tuesday might negate what Monday did. All right. If it don't go down super hard, it might turn around. And y'all can look at y'all charts to see what happened between Monday and Tuesday. All right. So if let's say we did June 18th for what I think is DDOG. Let's say we're shooting for like maybe this next price target or something like that. 10, let's see. This moved 78 to 88. No, to 90. That's 12 points. So if it really went, let's just say you shot for 90. Let's see what contracts. Make this quick. Let's just say you shot for 95, right? 95. It's about like a 15-point spread. Oh yeah, this one right here is better. The 100 contract. It's a 5-cent difference. That's tight. As you can see, that's tighter than these. This one real tight. And as you can see, the open interest in the volume, the next best one, but it's still kind of a wide spread, is the 90. All right. So can shoot for this contract. If we analyze by single. All right. So let's say not this Friday, but next Friday. I mean, we could do this Friday, but let's just say, yeah, let's just say it's 100. Let's just say next Friday. All right. So next Friday, let's say it hits 100. All right. So that'd be 206. So that's like 100%, I believe. No, that's more than 100%. No, that's like 100% because the contract is only 130. So if it hits 100, yeah, no, 262. So that would be 200% right there. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it does it this upcoming Friday. So let's say it hit 100 by, this Friday. That's 345. That's like, I don't know, 130 can go into the, that's like 200 and probably 50% or something like that. All right. So that's my watch list: DDOG, CRM, CRWD, FSLY, BA. Boom. Hey, I just want to say that I cut HFC out the video. So if you see me make mention to it, I cut it out the video to make the video shorter. To go with the 5 main stocks, which would be, I'm already in crowd, looking for a CRM re-entry or entry. Looking for a DDOG re-entry if it still goes well, and FSLY and BA. So that's what I'm looking at. If I find things throughout the week, well, I'm really just sticking to my weekend list. If those 5 things don't hit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? On to the next week. It's the end of the month, and us stratters, we wait for the new month candle. We're waiting for something new to come. All right. So yeah, just wanted to give that update. So I'm cutting it out the video to make the video shorter and so that this stuff is more digestible. All right. Thank you.